I can't get B. I can't hear her. Hey, y'all. It's just me because for some reason B can't get hers to try. I did. Yeah. Shut up, Kate. Hey, Amanda. B, you want to try through your phone? That MacBook, I swear. Hi, IBF, Aunt Mamie, Farmer, Lacey, Tweety, Hope with Peace, Cherry, Kimberly, Sweet 666, Morning Glory, Gigi, Uber, Katie, Lovely Bish. Okay, Mermaid. Silver Fox, Evelyn. Hey, Miss Christie. Shell, Queen, Tyler. B, is your volume on? Hey, Kim, Stephanie, another Kim, Babodi, Pixie Pinks. Hey, Blue Jeans. Hey, Mama Cat. Hey, Pam K, IB Elf, Bash. Yeah, her volume's on all the way up. My corn dog soggy. Restart, B. You know what? That's what you had to do last time. You had to restart it. Hey, Jennifer. Let me text her. Because she didn't remember, B, you said you didn't turn it off last time. Hey, Angel. I know it's been a while. Hey, Tiffany. Yeah, I was hoping that I would be on here with that guy, but tomorrow night, even if he don't come on, me and Diane are going to talk about Skylar Nace because we've put it off long enough, waiting on him too. Hey, say Marie, Sweetie Pie, Amanda Love, Darcy, Big Mama. You're so excited. Hey, Eric, how's the weather? The weather is freezing. We're expecting some snow tonight. Not a lot, but some. Tilly Mae, you're not evil at all. You're hilarious. Dancing Hamburger. I'm hoping that B pops in. That's what I'm hoping for. Oh, Jimmy Dean. Yeah, it was warm, and then all of a sudden it just got cold. I don't know what's going on with it. Yeah. I'm good. I'm tired. Had a busy day. Well, as y'all read on Twitter, we were really short-handed. And Cynthia, hey, sweetie. Nikki. I really wanted to do this on B's channel. Is Diane in here? Snowing here and you're in flip-flops. That's crazy. That's B, though. She wears flip-flops all the time. I know what we wanted to talk about, but, B had... There she is. Please let me be able to hear her.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yabba dabba doo. She's the one. All right, babe. See you in the chat. Bye.
No.
It's either Yabba or Tyler, Queen Ty, that always fixes my shit. You
You
know,
want to go?
don't go get no expensive computer like this motherfucker. Go get you $100 HP and be happy. Oh no, I had to go get the best of the best, and I can't even work the motherfucker. Hang on, let me pull up. I don't even have YouTube up, so hang on.
Why didn't we think about restarting it?
Because we're ignorant.
We are. We're too dumb to work this.
I never restart this computer. It stays on all the time. And but I will. I will.
I just want to say that I'm sitting here saying, B, I can't hear you. And she's just steadily talking to me. And I said, okay. I said, talk slower so I can read your lips.
Like that's going to make a difference.
And I have 2 phones beside me.
Hang on. I got to start. I cooked red beans and rice with smoked sausage. And not Zatarans either. I started cooking that this morning. Hang on, let me go back over here to the couch.
What? I don't think I've ever had red beans and rice.
Oh my God, it's so good. I may have put too much Cajun seasoning in that one this time. Hey everybody. Oh, what did B say? I was gonna live stream on my channel, but you know, my dumbass computer. It's how long do we have to be judged for our past?
Do you want to go back to your channel? We can definitely do that.
No, that's okay. Oh, okay, Tyler. No, that's okay. It's just ridiculous. Because we, hey, Rennie. I know, I love it. It's so good, but it's spicy. This one's spicy. I took a bite out of it. I may have put too much Cajun seasoning in it this morning.
Well, you're definitely going to get into this. What is a red bean? A kidney bean?
It is, no, it is a, oh, shit. If you wouldn't ask me, I would have known. It's red beans. I mean, they come in a bag. But it's not kidney beans. Kidney beans are bigger and harder to me. My mind's gone blank.
I'll look for them in the store. I don't think I've ever, I know I ain't had red beans and rice. One time I tried to cook black beans and rice, and black beans was gross.
Yeah, but ask me, how can I eat pork when I got a pig? I know. He won't see it. He'll probably eat it too. He likes sausage. So there you go. I don't. Okay, I was on the phone with Randy earlier, and I asked my husband this exact question: how long did it take for him, you know, to trust me again after all the lies, the stealing, the drugs, everything like that? How long did it take for him to trust me again? And what did he say, Randy? He said it took a while, but over time, the trust got there. So if my husband trusts me, the government trusts me because I'm not a felon. And even if I was, they trust me because I'm out running the streets, right? The Board of Nursing trusted me again. Why do people in the free world feel like it is that important? Hey, Amber, honey, to judge me or judge all of us that have had a past. I don't get it. I want to know the answer. I wish they would come in and tell me the answer. Why are they so judgmental? Hey, IBF, why? Why? Do they not realize that it could happen to them or one of their family members at any damn time?
That's the scary part is you can do everything that you feel right. Like you can raise your kids like you think you're doing everything right. And
thank you, Tilly.
I'll give a small example of there's a family who they have this beautiful, beautiful house, and her flowers are perfect. I would love to take a picture of how good she is at flowers and stuff like that. And the woman is in our circle of hope because her daughter, who is an adult with kids, can't stay clean. And Timber says, when we ride by there, I always say, I love their house. And Timber said, that house reminds me that things can be beautiful on the outside, but you know they're awful on the inside. So,
right. Love you too, Oob.
And these people are very well in society. You know, they've done it right.
Hey,
you
Patsy.
know.
Well, and who, for instance, my arresting officer comes by our shop at least twice a month. And they use our shop, I swear. Usually they're the ones bringing donuts, but I'm not kidding, though. They'll bring donuts and they'll come by and drink coffee. And even he, you know, is just shocked at the people that are so judgmental. I talk to them about it. And, you know, about the things that, you know, I've been accused of and the legal aspects of all that. And it's insane that people on here just don't fucking get it. And I know the majority of y'all do, so I'm not saying that. But there's a lot that don't get it, that they are above it. They are better than. It'll never happen to them. Well, guess what? I never thought it would happen to me either. I was 31.
Welcome to Stitch with Love. I'm also from Tennessee. But yeah, I think I was 30 to 31. B, did you get a prison tattoo?
No prison tattoo. I might go get me one, though, just for the hell of it. Might. Withdrawal 101 in the jail cell. That'll be my prison tattoo. And, you know, it's sad. It's sad. And like Tyler said, the whole thing like about Stephanie being on house arrest, who cares if she is? Right. Who cares if she is? The courts, if she was, the courts obviously trusted her enough to be in the free world on house arrest, but she's not. But I don't get this whole judgmental thing. And I mean, it's a slap in. Sobriety is not easy. There is nothing easy about it. As time goes on, it gets easier. Hey, Captain Natton. It does get. Hey, Lisa. It does get easier, but
I'll be right back.
Okay. The first few years that I was in sobriety was the hardest. Like I could have never, ever handled all this drama and stuff. It would have led me right back down the wrong road. And it's sad. It's sad that we have to get judged just because we were open and honest about our addiction. Exactly, Lacey. If somebody, you know, if it happens to one of their kids or one of their nieces or nephews or their cousin or brother or sister, whatever, somebody in the family, it's totally different. And it's not just drugs or alcohol. Hell, it could be any kind of addiction, gambling, sex, whatever. It can be. I was in treatment with a broad range of addicts. And it was a dual diagnosis, meaning you had to have some form of addiction and some form of mental thing. Mine was depression. And they're really hardworking. Dang it, I missed it. Hang on. Let me go back up. My brother were both in their mid-30s, and they got hooked on pills. They were really hardworking dads 1 minute, and the next they hooked. See? And that's the thing. That's exactly how I was. I mean, I'd been working as an RN for 10, 11 years, and all of a sudden it slapped me in the face, and I could not go more than 4 hours without them. And it is what it is. But, and would I have gotten help on my own? Probably not. I was forced into help because I was arrested. Hey, Grandpa Jay. And he is asleep under the blanket. He buries under the blanket and goes to sleep. He just ate his dinner.
And I feel like some of the judging, I don't
Good
know.
for you, Captain. Good for you. 19 months. I'm telling you, and every day is a celebration. I'm dead serious. Every single day is a celebration. Go ahead, Randy. I'm sorry.
Well, I just wonder if sometimes the judging just isn't to not look at themselves or if it's just they're saying things to please other people. And it's not, this is what's being in recovery. I don't need a pat on the back. I don't. But I also don't need beat down, because like I've said before, I can promise you, I have a fly in here. We beat ourselves down for things we've done worse than anybody on YouTube could. But when you read it over and over and over, it's
just
painful.
Like y'all may have saw on that the Twitter post I put the other day. Somebody wrote under my video from Friday and said, "Hey, can you send me some drugs? But I need more than you sent that person." And so I responded back, and I sure, come on down. I've got a drive-through window. You know, I mean, what am I supposed to do? I'm not going to defend myself against that anymore. The burden of proof is on them. But I've already proved that I'm innocent to my lawyer and to anybody else. And that's all that matters to me, is that I was able to do that. What did Tamara say? Maybe it will stop when people stop feeling they're obligated to explain themselves. But Tamara, you know, that's easy for you to say, but you know, when you hear it every single day, it's not easy to ignore. It's just not. It's not easy for me to ignore. Why is that phone ringing? Sorry. Can you hear that ringing through the computer?
Yes.
Isn't that crazy? Sorry. That was the shop phone. It is after 5 o'clock. We are closed.
It's 7:05.
Yeah. And people will call at all hours on that phone. I usually put it on Do Not Disturb when I get home, but I forgot.
I don't even feel like that we're defending. I'm not defending anything, defending ourselves. I think that we're just asking a legitimate question. Diane, you know, how long do...
Thank you, Evelyn.
We have to go on before we can live it down. But I don't know. I don't know what to...
Sassy Cat, you're exactly right. I think everybody has a slight addiction to something. Like right now, we are pests. We are like real life thugs and shit. You're exactly right. You're liable to see some gang signs here in a minute. We just might throw them out at any second. I mean, I was addicted to cigarettes after the pain pills. Now I'm addicted to Coke. You know, it is several people, Marla, several people. And like my husband says, I don't even know why you bother watching those idiots. I feel like it's not so much about judgment, but about reaching for things to say bad about y'all. You're right, Captain, and thank you.
Thank you.
That's true. But I would be offended if I was a supporter and having to hear that about other addicts. And while I'm thinking about it, since my mugshot couldn't be found, let me put it up here so y'all can screenshot again. This is what, the 4th time I put it up here. Here you go. There's my mugshot. Screenshotter, get you a troll account made. There you go. There she is. 17 years ago, ass bags. 17 years.
Unfortunately, I can't find mine, and I'm sure that it would be hilarious and awful. But let me say, my clean date is 8/17/2015. I have 946 days, but
Nikki,
I still get drugged.
That's right. Hashtag mugshot.
I don't even know anymore what to say. I just, you know, that's why I'm doing it on your channel. I'm piggybacking off your idea, simply because, you know what? Y'all want to know what's bad? Thank you.
Hi, Pam.
Way to go, Amber. The thing is that I'm at the point now where I'm afraid to say certain things because I don't want to be drugged.
Good for you, Amber. And that's exactly right. You have to, I choose to pick and choose my battles. But my recovery is something I've worked very hard for and I'm very passionate about. And only I can have a new date. Good for you, Amanda. Only I can have a new date, and that's if I choose to relapse. And right now, it would be a choice because I know I'm an addict. It would be a choice. But I'm tired of hearing about it. I'm tired of people acting like they are so much better than that it'll never happen to them. And I pray it doesn't. I pray it doesn't because it's the most miserable life to live. So miserable, so lonely. It's oh my gosh, I've never been so isolated in my entire life. Never been so isolated in my entire life. But it's kind of goes with the territory.
You know what? You're right. I being isolated. You have a
it is sad. It is sad. What?
Yeah, but calling everyone hunt as her dad. Okay, I've been wanting to tell this forever. I got a little story on B.
Oh, Lord.
Y'all know whenever y'all say y'all are dead and y'all put that coffin down.
That was supposed to be a secret.
It was. He thought it was a
stick.
A stick, a beating stick. So anytime B would put the coffin, she would be beating people over the head with it.
I didn't know what it meant.
I didn't
know what it meant dead. I didn't know.
She called me she said, "Do you know what that is?" I said, "A coffin." She said, "Do you know what I thought it was?"
Well, I kept seeing it. And then and I didn't know what it was. Like on my phone, it was too small. And then I finally saw it on my computer. I was like, oh my God, that's like a wooden coffin. I'm such a dumbass. I will. See, but Bodie thought it was a drumstick. I'm not the only one.
I just always knew. I don't know how.
It's so funny, Kimberly. I thought, like one of those yabba dabba doo Flintstones, sticks. That's what I thought it was. It's so crazy. It's crazy.
Tweety thought it was a drumstick.
See, good. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Marla, thank you. You're so sweet. I was watching you cooking. And that's another thing too. Do y'all know how many live streams I actually watch and don't even chat in anymore? It is, oh, shut up, Katie. It's okay.
A club. That's what I couldn't think of that word. Thank you, Angela. Club.
That's what I thought it was. But yeah, I hardly ever chat in streams anymore. I went in Amber K's stream the other night because there was just a few. There was like 20 of us, and I feel more comfortable chatting in those. But like bigger streams now, I won't even go in anymore. Shit has been turned and twisted and copied and pasted to the point that I won't even go in there, and it's sad.
What you're talking about? Tell the name of your stream again, because I didn't think this would work. And
how long or should we be judged for our past? Like being arrested for drugs and being a drug addict and all that. How long? How long is too long? I mean, I know for myself, it took me probably 8 to 9 years to get past the shame of what I had done to my family. And it took a long time to not be ashamed and to be able to openly talk about it. And I remember the first time.
Hold on. RJ, can I drop you a link?
Who is that?
Don't block RJ Gaming. You should be judged for a long time. RJ, will you take a link and tell us why?
Please come on and tell us why. Because I want to know. Because if my family isn't judging me anymore, why should you? You don't know me.
Oh, it's okay, RJ. Judge away. Take a link. Because you're right, the shame can kill you and has killed.
Yeah.
Take a link, RJ.
And that's exactly how suicides happen. Just FYI.
Yeah.
Let us know your email or your Twitter, and we'll send you a link.
Yep. Won't take but a minute. You can come up
Sure
here,
will.
tell us why, tell us how horrible we are. We'll let you.
The pest, you're a whore. You ain't got no loyalties. Honey, you need to rethink that now.
I don't have live chat. That's what's going on. I'm not saying the pest.
Oh. Why does that mean? Yeah, cricket. Where'd you go?
Take a link, RJ. Depression does suck, stitch.
Hey, Juice's joint. The juices.
The juices.
Probably.
What? Hey, Juice's joint.
Probably Evelyn. I've
Link
never seen them before, but I didn't click on them to see if they had a channel. Who knows?
I didn't click either. Hey, Random Life Productions. It seems to be you turned your life around. That's called rehabilitation. Turning your life around is hard. And yeah. Do I think that an addict that is in recovery needs some kind of
Suzanne, thank you for that. That's so sweet.
Pedestal? No, but I do think that sometimes you need support. I'm kind of new, even though it's not that easy. I still have days where I don't know, where I think, well, maybe I can just take one, I can't.
Hey, hang on. Somebody had a question.
Way to go,
Bridget. Love you ladies, and I have a sincere question. I have a friend who I considered a sister who has been clean almost a year. Okay. I've got my best friend here got sober after me, and it took her 3 rounds in a rehab center to get it. And I haven't even told you this, Randy. She just recently relapsed again, and she had 12 years. It can happen. It can absolutely happen. And actually, I found out she came into my sister's monogram store. My oldest daughter works there, and I knew she hadn't called me in over a month. So usually that's a sign. And your boyfriend's going to come on panel for $5. Anything you can do. That's right, Amber. I want him to come on panel.
Who's your boyfriend?
Huh?
Oh, go ahead. I missed it. See,
I don't know if she seems to be in denial about the effect this had on her kids. She abandoned them for almost 4 years. And, Bridget, I may have been in denial a bit in the beginning too. And it took time for me. Huh?
Queen of denial, me.
I think it takes time. Just be patient with her. And like, if you talk to my kids now, the oldest one remembers more than the youngest one because they were much younger then, but they were still both old enough to remember. And when I would come home, while I was in treatment, I was there for 4 months. I got to come home for 3 different weekends, and I would have homework to do, family homework. Like it was a question for my kids or a question for my husband or whatever. They would have to write it down, put it in a sealed envelope. I brought it back, and I did not get to open it up till I got to group on Monday morning. And it was painful to hear. It was very painful to hear. And sometimes that's what you need to hear is from those around you that you affected and that you hurt. And, they have to tell you, this is what you did. This is how you made me feel.
Yes. And when you get in the steps, you really look at yourself. And I think that's important. I do. I mean,
Is she going to meetings and have a sponsor and working the steps? Because I actually ended up, I had one sponsor for a long time until she moved away. I don't have one now. And I don't go to many meetings anymore, probably like I should. And that scares me a little bit too, because I feel like if I was more good with my spiritual type sobriety, that I would not, this kind of shit wouldn't bother me, because I know who I am. You know what I mean? So sometimes I wonder if I know I need to be going to more meetings. I know I do.
We love you too, Kit Kat. Well, you know, I had started not going to meetings at all. I had changed sponsors, and then my sponsor had a relapse. So I went back to my other sponsor, because let me tell y'all, that lady sitting there who, you break up with me about, once a month. She breaks up with me once a month. But the reason that I believe that B saved me, because this is why. I really thought I used different. Everything that I would preach to other people, that I would say, you think you're special? You're not special. I thought I was special. And I'm not. When I was in active addiction, you could not trust me. You can't trust.
Well, and not only that, when as soon as you think that you use different, and that's exactly what I told Randy. I don't tell her what she wants to hear. I tell her what she needs to hear. And I told her, I said, then you've got a relapse waiting on you. Because if you think that you nibbling on that pill was any different than me taking a handful, you're deadly mistaken. It's still the same thing. We still abused it and did not take it as prescribed. Period.
Exactly. And I really did. And then I thought, dummy, how many did you nibble? Because in my head, the thing is we say it doesn't matter how much or how little you use, because I think that just is to start us out by, I don't know. Maybe that's what put me in denial. I don't know what put me there. I put myself there. But I know that I'm an addict. I know I can't take a drink. I know I can't take. Shut up, Katie. Maybe I am the problem. They defend me against her.
Hang on, I'm in my D.
But I did. I stayed.
We're all the problem. We all are the problem in some degree.
But I sat my kids down, and we had a good talk, and they are honest. That's the one thing I can say is the kids were honest with me. Where Jim tries to baby me, your kids won't baby you. They will tell you exactly. I'm a control freak too, Saskia, so be very careful. I'm very much a control freak.
Oh, yeah, me too. And, this is another thing with chronic pain. I've never had to deal with chronic pain until my legs now. And
right, Marla.
So to me, that's a hard subject, because I've never had to deal with that. I'd had some surgeries.
Yeah, but they got to get to know you. Y'all got to get to know me.
I'm sweet.
Kill me. You can't change your answer to 3. Yeah, but I just saw your one.
Now Katie says she's undecided. Asshole.
I love you both so much. Hashtag we love you too.
Moderation. I think if it got rid of Lucas speak up. Yeah. Well, and with mine, Saskia, it's like all of a sudden there was a turning point. Oh, Kelly, you're so sweet. Thank you. There was a turning point where I couldn't take them right anymore. I just couldn't. And it required more and more and more. And I wasn't taking them for the pain. I was taking them to get that high feeling. And it took me, a long time to swallow that down. That was, even when I first went into treatment, I was lying and I was different. I was a different addict. And that bought me a whole nother month. I was a different addict. I didn't use like them because I didn't shoot up. You know, they were worse than me. It ain't no worse. It ain't no worse. It's sad. But that was what I thought.
Yeah.
But and it's hard. It's a hard pill to swallow.
Pop porn, that scares me because what I just took 3 ibuprofens because I'm about to have a toothache. And it's a little bit, and I thought, you might as well head it off. But you have to take ibuprofen, you have to take stuff like that, and I worry about ulcers.
Yeah, Lacey, you're right. Most of them do start off, whether it's back surgery, dental work, whatever the case may be. I'd had multiple surgeries, and but I honestly didn't need them for the pain anymore. I just took them because I wanted to take them.
Katie, you told me you didn't want a wrench anymore, but I'll say this. Have you noticed that your pain is a lot less since you got clean?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's good. Just and that's something. See, I've never had to deal with chronic pain.
Hey, Rebecca.
And it's hard, and I would never judge somebody. There are many people out in this world that take narcotics every single day, and they have some left over at the end of the month. They never call the doctor for an early refill. Those people are not addicts.
Right.
It's those of us that can't take it right it's been the only time when I had dental work done, I took pain medicine for 1 out of the 3 times, and my husband dosed it out to me. And there was, pills left over for that, but I jonesed for those pills for almost a month later because I knew they were somewhere in this house. They weren't, but I would have torn that house up looking for them just because I wanted to. No other reason.
She doesn't drink diet drinks. I'll answer that for her.
Mm-mm. Yeah, I drink regular Coke, and I drink a lot of. I've gotten real good about now. I can have 1 Coke in the morning, 1 Coke at night. I'm trying to get down to just 1 Coke a day, and then I'll cut it out. But I've started drinking flavored water, and so I'm trying to do better with that because it is horrible for me.
Absolutely, Angel. I think dependency is absolutely different than addiction.
Yes, I think. It's night and day. I think your body can get dependent on something just because you take it every single day. Your body gets dependent on it. That don't mean you're an addict. An addict is when you're not taking it. Thank you. Life happens. Thank you. An addict is when you don't take it right.
Right choice. Like when you get a prescription, or I'll say this, I would get a prescription and it would be gone within 2 weeks if it lasted that long. Now.
And if you have a question too, type it in all caps because when I talk, I ignore the chat. And so I don't want anybody to feel like they are being left out.
Right. And the chat's going pretty fast.
It is going fast. I don't even know how many people are watching, but.
I don't either. Sean, guy, this is awesomeness. Just sit back and enjoy the ride.
The fuck is this? Baby, you have made it now. If you have made it in our stream,
really,
you have
made it. And that's why, I want to do the open panel thing sometimes where people can share what they're feeling and what they're. It's just good to get it out.
I can assure you okay, Poppy, there are many more people that will support you in addiction and in recovery than those that are judging. I just want those that are judging to see that we are not bad people. There's no reason to judge us for our past. I don't give a shit if it was 14 months ago. or 14 years. If we are every single day, we wake up to be better than we were yesterday, then that means that we're doing something right. We're doing something right. That's right, Tyler. She needs them.
Look, I'm missing comments. Let me see if I can find that on my phone. That looked like an important comment. Not that everybody's ain't important. Dadgummit.
It's about some bad if you're in meetings, church working a program, in your opinion. I claim 2 to 3 years sober. See, that was what I got accused of sending in the mail, but I've never been on that drug, but I do know how it works. I've looked it up. That's a hard question. I don't know. Most people consider themselves still clean and sober because you're working the program, you're doing the right things, you're not taking your drug of choice. And from my understanding, you can't get high off of that. So it's, that's I think you are. In my opinion, I think you are.
Yeah.
Exactly, Callie just said it. If you use it for what it's intended, it's not bad. Exactly.
And let me say this. I used to judge people on subs. I did. I judged them. And then my daughter went to rehab. And let me tell you something. I prefer her. She's not on subs, but I prefer her on subs than any damn thing else. So if that's what it takes for her to not take that drug, you take it. If you have to take a sub to keep from doing something else, you take it, and you don't be ashamed of it.
Good for you, Rachel, and good for you, Christy. And that's exactly right. That's the way I look at it. If that keeps you from taking Percocet, heroin, whatever the drug of choice was, I would absolutely choose. And nobody should be judged for taking Suboxone or methadone for that matter.
No, and as a matter of fact, I think instead of, if I was going to be honest with myself,
pop porn, I detoxed. Well, the first 2 days I detoxed in a jail cell, and then I had to detox here at home. It was horrible, but I also know it can be done. I did it, and I was taking 400 milligrams of hydrocodone in 1 day. That's how much I was taking in a day. And see, I didn't think so, Marla. And I think that everybody's different. Everybody's program is different. And I think that if that's what works for them and it keeps them from taking anything else, then that's exactly what they should do. Oh, Henry Dion, welcome, honey. Welcome. You just got into an AANA meeting, sugar.
Welcome. I'm a crack whore. No.
No, we ain't never had the whore. No crack whore. Matter of fact, I never did try crack, but that was probably one of those things that, if I would have, I probably would have got addicted to it too.
I can promise you, I would have been, if I found something to keep me skinny and give me energy, boom, I would have been there.
Here's Jimmy Dean. Look at Jimmy Dean.
Did he wake up? Was he asleep?
He's yawning.
Good night, sweetie. I love you so much.
Y'all want to see the sweetest thing? Look at this. Watch this, baby. You can put him on his back and rub him, and he will go straight to sleep. Is that not pitiful? Yes, 40 10 milligram tablets a day is what I was taking. You tell me that ain't horrible.
Hold his little foot up. Hold his little foot up and talk a little bit.
Hey, buddy. See, look, his head will go straight back. His legs go straight. Is that not the most ridiculous thing, y'all? He is rotten.
Oh, I want to see his little foot.
Hang on. Wait.
Hey, Tyler, love you.
I missed a question. Kimberly said, when I have to go to the ER, which is every 6 months, I get treated like a drug addict. See, that pisses me off. They have to give me a big dose of IV Dilaudid. I have a big bottle of Dilaudid at home. The pills don't help. See? She go to church on Sunday. That's right, Princess Fortunate. That's right. That's crack day.
I swear it's so funny. Thank you,
Isn't
Tanya.
And he roots on my hand. It's pitiful. Now, thank you, Tanya. When I worked at UT Bold before Methodist bought it, isn't it amazing, Marta, that I have a liver? When I went in to treatment, they drew blood on me and checked my liver enzymes. They weren't perfect, but they were near perfect, and they couldn't believe it. They found it hard to believe I was taking that much Tylenol and, still alive and well and not, gold as the sun. But, yeah, Saskia. I kiss him all the time. Isn't it pitiful? He got a shower with me yesterday.
Yep. Viewer said I got put on the list. I don't know if once you get put on the list, if you can never get that again or how that works, but I was abusing it so bad that I got put on a list.
Does that thing use a litter box? Yes. Yeah, but he uses the litter. Hush. No, that's necessary. Yes, he used the litter box. Thank you, Life. I'm obsessed with him. And y'all, let me tell you this real quick. This has nothing to do with this, but the vet took Bacon. Do y'all know somebody came up there and tried to say that was their pig? And she said, oh, hell no, it's not. I know exactly where I got this pig from. And then they tried to say that I got it. I said, oh, hell no. I can show you exactly the day we got him. No, he don't taste like bacon. He tastes like pure sweetness.
Somebody said, was anybody a drinker? Right here. And here's the sad thing is I still associate fun with alcohol. So that I have a hard time with that. I still have a hard time with that. I don't drink because I can't drink, but I think I would be a bad influence on somebody because I would want to take somebody down with me. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yes, pretty Pete. Can you believe that? Okay, Callie, I'm watching. Isn't he so cute? I'm obsessed with him. I'm just glad I got one that loves me. Jimmy Dean is maple flavored. He smells like my perfume right now. I know.
So, at the time, he'll be a fat smelling one, and she'll still be holding him and loving him.
Oh yeah, I'll still be kissing him round the snout. Mm-hmm. He'll be, yeah, he's getting big. I mean, he falls asleep. Right, look, asleep. Look at those eyes. Asleep. Rotten to the core.
Okay. It's hard to explain. It's just, I guess, misery loves company.
And my thing with the drinking, I really didn't drink that much, but when I drank to get drunk, if that makes any sense. So I consider myself an alcoholic as well because I would be afraid that would lead me right back.
Yeah, for Fiora said that's the headache pill.
Yes, popcorn. Initially, mine was gambling. When my brother died, I started gambling because that's where he and I used to go. And to the tune of $20,000 in debt, I gambled. And my husband helped me pay off half of it, and then I was responsible for the other half. I don't think misery loves company. I believe it's terrifying on a journey that is alone. It has to be. It is terrifying, but just like they say, most people, use alone, drug addicts and stuff like that. We don't want to be around our friends because we don't want them to figure out what's wrong with us.
Yep.
And or to have any idea of what's wrong with us. But most addicts, I don't know what the percentage is, but there is one. Most addicts do substitute one addiction for another.
See, that's crazy, Cynthia, because it's not, I don't even know, is Fiorset even considered a narcotic, B?
I think so, yeah, because it's got at least codeine in it.
Way to go. Yeah, it didn't have a lot, and it said as needed, so I was just getting it filled every time I emptied the bottle, and I guess I got blacklisted. I don't know.
I do. I shop a lot too, popcorn. I am an online shopper. Thank you, Eric. I'm obsessed with him.
I do think.
And he got bigger, though. Marijuana saves lives. I think that marijuana should be legalized. Can y'all believe I'm 49 and I will put my hand on the Bible, never smoked, but I want to. I want to. And I'm going to. I'm going to be the biggest pot smoker ever as soon as they legalize it. I'm going to go up in the store every day and I'm going to walk around the street smoking pot. I just am.
She's so embarrassing.
I am.
Oh, is it, Callie? I didn't know. I mean, I just knew that it gave me energy and it kind of made me feel good. And
barbiturate, that's right. She's in pharmacy school, so she would know.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. I just know I can't get it.
That's our chat room pharmacist.
I myself have partook in the ganja, but I didn't really like it. But I mean, now it's different. But I was always a drinker, so I thought y'all go ahead and smoke it. That's more alcohol for me.
It's got I was thinking it had caffeine in it.
Yeah.
See, Eric, I'm not alone. It's crazy.
Well, I have a family member. Never mind.
Sassy Cat, I'm jealous.
I do think it should be legal for people with anxiety to keep from taking any kind of nerve pill or something. I definitely think that it should not be.
Well, and like it helps with blood pressure and it helps with blood pressure and people with epilepsy, it helps with that.
Princess
420 will be her new channel name. Oh, okay, Jen. I'm telling you, I think that when it cures diseases, exactly, Callie. And the states that have legalized it and have gotten the tax money off of it, how better off those states are in the schools. It's amazing. It's amazing how well.
B420. There's you and I. Hello, just wow, 52.
Let B have a brownie. She'll be good. That's right, Peter. I keep saying it. One of these days I am going. Isn't it Colorado and Las Vegas? Isn't it that whether it's legal at?
Yeah, I know in Colorado. I don't know about Las Vegas, but do you know in Colorado? I think I've brought this up before. They have it in vending machines. Now, let me tell you something.
That is crazy.
I want to get some out of a vending machine. I think that'd be so neat.
Well, back in the day, they used to put cigarettes in a vending machine. So,
girl, I remember that. You could be like 5 going over at his pop and say, "Go get me a pack of Viceroys out of the."
And you could and get away with it. And then they would have them at the casinos, but of course you had to be 18 to get a casino, so it was no big deal. But when the legal age
popcorn, but I still took them.
What was that?
Said, it make me itch. They made me itch too, but I still ate the shit out of it.
I was always itching my nose, always. But I didn't notice it at the time until I wasn't itching my nose anymore.
Right, Callie. And in little restaurants that we were, and me and JoJo would fight over who got to go get cigarettes out because of the lever you got to pull.
They have a Sephora vending machine at the airport. You have got to be kidding me. Oh, and for the record, I'm not going to say who I think it is or where it is, but I did get notified of the city and town where the email originated from, but it originated from a public computer at a library.
And I'm not going to say who it is, but can I just say, we know who you are.
We have a feeling.
Yeah. I got the feeling. Right. Be careful. Listen, this is what I will tell people, be careful what you put down. Be careful what you judge, because you just might turn into it. Because I have a family member that I despise for being an addict. And B can attest to this. I won't say her name, but I always refer to her as bitch, whore ass, blah, blah. I hated her growing up. She was always a drug addict, always. God bless her. She still is. She's still in active addiction. Don't know it. I don't care. But I judged her. I hated her. And then I turned into her.
See, Marley, you're so right. We shouldn't be afraid to chat in chats, you know? Then everyone will know you're snorting that crack. That's right. That's right, Prince Fortune. I got to keep my secret. Just like my whatever's in my vape. I broke my all-in-one today, y'all. That's why I can't keep a vape, because I drop them and then they break. I broke one today.
Who was it? And I bet they're in the chat. They said, Randy, be careful about buying vapes on eBay. So I said, well, I'm going to be smart about this. I'm going to get one that says authentic, like B said. Let me tell you something. It is nothing. It's not a vape. It's a lie. The battery part, it has no weight to it whatsoever at all.
See, I've never been scammed on eBay on a vape. Damn it. Stop unplugging the computer. I swear, he cannot pick his feet up when he walks around. He unplugs everything in his path.
It gets to where if my nose itches on here, I'm scared to scratch it, because they're
no, Donna, I ain't got a basement. I got a back shop. That's where my drug stash is. That's what I've been told anyway. My meth lab.
Yeah.
With as many cops in and out. Let me tell y'all this story real quick. We had a customer that his car got towed to our shop and we had to repair it, right? Well, the customer, it was a kid. He's 24 now. He was 18 or 19 at the time. The inside of his car reeked of marijuana. Well, we always have cops in and out of there because we're always working on one of their vehicles. We have 3 down there right now. And so they're always in and out. Hurry, 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 get our shit done. And they were like, damn, who's been smoking weed up in here? I said, I swear to God, it is that car. We had to, and it was in the wintertime where the doors stayed closed. We had to bag that car so that it would not, I mean, you felt like you could get a contact high. You really couldn't, but it was that strong of a scent coming from that car. And I was like, damn. And that was just a few years ago, 6 years ago, something like that. But yeah. So I can assure you, with the amount of cops we have coming in and out, if I was a drug dealer, they'd know about it.
And I'll tell y'all, y'all know.
I wish we could snow.
Me being that, girl, you hush. I don't want no snow.
I love it.
Because you're crazy. Y'all remember that video where she's like, I'm an idiot.
I was driving in sleet and rain then. I was an idiot then. But
because I guess I think it's because I'm the hypochondriac that I am, and I love my shirt. By the way, it says me being I should be wearing it. Me being a hypochondriac is going to save my life someday, and that was a gift from Diane. I always think when I smell weed, I feel it. I'm nuts. And let me tell y'all something. If you smoke weed, don't go through a drive-through smoking it. Damn, it stinks. And we can smell it, and then there's crazy Randy thinking I'm all dizzy and high from it.
Oh, my God, y'all. That'll make you slap your mama at least one time.
What? You making your hands? Did you fart?
I just took a bite of that red beans rice. Good.
I have to eat a salad.
And another thing too is those of y'all that started vaping or that do vape, do you not, when somebody walks by you that just got through smoking or something like that, you think, oh my God, you know, they smell like an ashtray. It is amazing how quickly that happens when you quit smoking, how your smell buds or whatever you call them get better.
Thank you, Tanya. Don't it suck, Tiffany? I've gained weight, and I wish I could just be freaking happy with myself. But today, what did I do when I was getting ready for work? I looked in the mirror and I said, "You fat piece of shit." That's exactly what I said to myself.
I call myself a fat bitch all the time. You fat, nasty bitch. But only I can change it. Only I can change it. So, and don't bring weed on your person to a family therapy session. People can see. That's right, Evelyn. Yeah, do people not realize they can smell it on them? That's what's funny to me.
Well, the way, golly, this one time we was in drive-thru working, me and Kita, and these guys came up. They handed me their debit card or whatever, credit card to pay. Look, it was Cheech and Chong. When they rolled their window down, it came in, and Kita went, "Woo!" And when she done that, the guy slammed on the gas and took off, and I had his card in my hand.
That's good, Carrie.
I started yelling,
"Hey, it's probably a stolen card." Listen to me being judgmental. Now I'm being judgmental.
Now I guess they thought we would call the cops. We're not going to call the cops. We just don't want to smell it. And then they came. He had to park. He didn't have to. He parked up above the restaurant and walked back to the window to get his card. Because I was yelling, "I got your card. You don't want to trust me with this." Yeah, he was paranoid because he just got through smoking the ganja. Everything tastes better at 30 pounds better.
I was just going back up and reading what Cash and Yaba were saying about being on the other side of it, on the other side of an addict. And I would love to get B-Dub on here one time so y'all can hear his side of it. Just like Randy was saying today, I'm going to brag on him because he's my husband, but he is so wise. I cannot even begin to tell y'all. But he went to Al-Anon and he did everything right too. You know what I'm saying? I'm in
love with him.
He did everything he could to help me stay sober. Our kids went to Alateen at the time, and then Alateen. They did all that where they learned about their mom's addiction and why I did what I did, and they could ask questions with people that were different than me. They were on the other side. And it's hard. I've never been on the other side, so I don't know how that feels. You know what I'm saying? But one of these days I would love for y'all to get B-Dub's perspective on it. If he wasn't still at the shop, I'd make him get on here now, but he's still at the shop working.
But I could give the perspective of I wasn't using when I was with my first husband. He was an addict. And it was awful. I always felt like those drugs were more important than me and his kids.
Yeah.
And now I know, and sometimes I think maybe that's why this happened, because I was because it killed him. And I looked at him when he was laying there in the casket and I said, "You idiot, you chose this over your family." Yeah, and I guess in a way you choose it, but good and well be in a lot of ways you don't mean to choose it. It's not black and white.
No. And thank y'all. I'm very blessed. And there was a time that he'll even say it would have been easier for him to walk away from the marriage. He would have been able to get custody of the kids because not only was I facing felony charges, I had an addiction. He could have done every bit of that, but he chose to stay in and fight for what he thought was right. And now we're on the other end of it, and it's better than it's ever been. But it took a few years to get here, and it wasn't easy. But I had to make up my mind that I was ready to get help. I was forced into it. I didn't have an option. And I went in fighting tooth and nail, grabbing at the door face and not wanting to go in. But, now here I am. but it's not. It's not the easiest thing.
Tell them what made me fall in love with B-Dub today.
Callie, I saw your, you were on a stream the other night talking about that, and I was listening. And you know what? You're on the other side, and I don't know that I can blame you. You know, you have to do what you have to do for your sanity as well. And sometimes us as addicts, losing somebody that we love the most, my brother was so disappointed in me. But this is what I always said, is God sobered me up just in time to take care of him, because I took care of him for 5 years and he sobered me up just in time. So, and he's been gone 11 years. So you see what I'm saying? The timeline, it was perfect. It was perfect. And I knew I had to stay sober for him. If nobody else, I had to stay sober to take care of him. But took his own life. I haven't talked to him for 3 years because he was an addict. See, that's so horrible. And suicide and addiction go hand in hand in so many families. It is so sad. Hang on. Here is how the addict's brain is. The drug is more important than anything because it is about survival. I always said if I had a lifetime supply of drugs, I wouldn't have a problem. I used to say the same thing, Marla. I used to also say that if, and don't give up on them. People take drugs and drink for a reason. They need help. Exactly. A man has no name. Very good point. I used to say that if I ever won the lottery, now this is when I was using, I would have my own Lortab machine in my house. Now, how sick is that? But that's what I used to say. That's what I used to say.
Yes, we are.
Mama Bear being judged.
Krieger, we are addicted to drugs and we are clean now. Welcome. You can only do so much. They have to do it. You have to do it yourself.
That's right.
I don't think you're ever recovered. But also, I just think the people, if you got a mugshot, if you've got a story, you shouldn't be ashamed. And I haven't told my story, but when B slapped me with the truth, I haven't told it.
I'm so sorry. And, you know, that's exactly how it is. I remember being suicidal, how to live, being an addict, and I didn't know how to live without it because the addiction and the withdrawals was so bad. I would have had to go to heroin, yeah, but you're exactly right. And I have said this more than probably 10 times at least. If I would have known where to get it, if I would have had a drug dealer, I would have absolutely gone that route. I would have absolutely gone that route because the money was running out. I could no longer work as a nurse. I was delivering pizzas for a living.
Kimberly.
That was my allowance. My husband would not give me any money. That was enough to buy my gas, and that should have been enough. And so I was having to take less and less to keep from going in withdrawals. And you're exactly right. And that's how a lot of people do. It's hard. It's hard. And so that's why I commend anybody that has the strength to get clean and stay clean. Because every day, it's not so much a struggle. It was for years, though. It was for years. Right. It was a struggle every single day to not dwell on it, not think about it every second of every day. And if you died 4 years ago from methadone and Xanax overdose, he got, oh gosh, no, Tanya. See, those are the stories that I hate to hear.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Just sit back and enjoy the ride, Grant. What do you do with the guilt? You got to forgive yourself. And how do you do that? I don't know.
Cash, I know. I get that, though. They're watching us slowly die. I mean, oh, gosh, I was probably at least 30 pounds lighter, at least. I mean, I was very thin, maybe more than that.
Oh.
That's good,
Amanda has no name. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. So we're good to trolls, actually. When they're good to us, we're good to trolls. We really are. Yeah. My uncle's a half-crazed drug addict that was once a gang member in Miami. He saw some pretty dark things. I bet. And that's the thing. Drugs will take you to places you never thought you'd be.
Lady Land in there.
I mean, where you'd never thought you'd be.
Oh, yes. I remember riding around towns where and again, I'm going to say, if you're watching this and you are addicted, so you're on something you're using, the best feeling is that day, the day of the week when you are just about to run out and you're terrified on the side of the road.
Paula. And that's another thing too. I can't tell you how many times I would fake like I had kidney stones. I would poke, this is the honest to God truth, I would poke my finger to put blood in my urine so they would think I had kidney stones. Swear on the Bible, not one time did I come out of there without having surgery. I ended up having kidney stones, but they really weren't giving me pain. But they thought that it was because the way I was rolling around in the bed behaving. All I wanted was IV Dilaudid. Wouldn't let them give me morphine. But when I would go in withdrawals, I knew what I could do. I guess I just have kidney stones. The whole time I've been sober, never once have I complained of it. And I'm sure I'm still passing them. If I had them 4 different times, had 4 different surgeries, and they removed kidney stones every single time. But I went in faking. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
But that's how bad it was. No, I got arrested in 2001 and I went into treatment in 2002. But I relapsed almost 2 years in. So I'm coming up on 15 years.
I won't judge either. And Krieger, I'm dealing with something like that. If you find me on Twitter, maybe we could help each other.
Absolutely. And Miss Fairy Garden, another one in recovery, she said you can reach out to her. All of us have a Twitter. You're welcome to. Or on our pages, you can send us a private message. I don't know how you get to those. I know how to get to mine to read them, but I don't know how to send them.
Right, Lacey. Right. And I've seen the people get bashed. They're getting blamed, for selling. Listen, you don't think about it when you're an addict. You don't. I'm not defending it. I'm just saying you don't think about it. You do what you got to do to get your next high.
That's right. Hang on, I got to turn the dryer back on. That's exactly right. And it is.
Because I hid it, but I have been in the situation where people hated me for knowing.
You're just trying to survive the best that you can. And it's not, drug addicts don't make, I mean, we're liars. We're thieves. We're all of that. But when we're sober, we're not that same person. And we shouldn't be judged for being the same person we were back then.
Chris Hedrick says withdrawals are the scariest thing. That right there, withdrawals, people afraid of withdrawals is sometimes the reason you use again. If I said you can't come to my house because you steal for drugs, he would rage at me. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been there too. Yeah. I have a family member that's not allowed at my house right now, and I miss that person dearly, but they're going to steal from me. And I'm not judging her. I just know what's going to happen.
Well, and I think that when the person has to decide that they're ready, they're sick and tired of being sick and tired, basically, and they have to decide that they're ready to get off of it. Not everybody, but a lot of people go different routes. Some people go to treatment. Some people go to meetings. Some people go to methadone clinic. Some people go to Suboxone clinic. Everybody's different. You do what you got to do for your own sanity and what works for you and your family.
Read IBF's comment. It's important. Let me find it.
Oh, up here? Hang on, let me go up. Has anyone had surgery since being in recovery? How did you handle post-op? I have, I've had dental work, and just like when Kit Kat was having surgery on her hand, I said, my husband dosed mine out to me. And that's what I told Kit Kat that she may need to do. Get her daughter, because her daughter's up there now, dose the medicine out. Because for me, I don't think I could be left with a pill bottle sitting here. And my girls were still living in the house then. And so he would leave me, when he would go to work, he would leave me with one or two, and I could take them if I needed them. And there was some nights I didn't take them. And after 3 days, he took the rest of them and flushed them down the toilet. I didn't know that he flushed them, and I was searching for them. I was jonesing for them for what seemed like forever. Because I didn't get high off of it because I was only taking them as prescribed because he was dosing them out to me. But I still wanted to take a handful.
Callie, that's what I do right now. Is I tell them I don't want narcotics. I haven't.
Oh, Shannon, I'm so glad, and I'm sorry. That's tough. See, my dad was an addict. He was everything. One time I've got more stories about my dad than y'all can probably even believe. But one time he got addicted to crank, and he drove a truck. And he had drove down to Texas and was buying a large amount. Well, they literally beat him and left him for dead. Busted up his hip. He had to end up having a hip replacement, but he survived it. And then he was gambling. It was always something with him. Major addict.
Yes, man, you have been great, and I hope that you keep coming back.
We don't always talk about addiction. That was just what we wanted to talk about tonight. And sometimes we'll have dreams like this, and it's amazing how many people can relate on one side or the other, whether being the addict or having a family member or a loved one friend that's an addict.
And I'll tell you this,
thank you for coming in, Bridget.
It makes you feel not so crazy and not so alone.
Exactly. See, I'd never heard of crank, Tanya. I didn't know that it's just a different form of crack. I knew the family that it was in, but I'd never heard of that word before until my dad. Amazing what you learn about your own body. Callie, you're probably exactly right. And I would, now there was a time when I took it right, like I'd had surgeries or dental stuff years and years ago, and I would have medicine left over. But for some reason, one day a switch went off in my head, and I was never the same again. Never the same again.
Same. And I think that most addicts must have that kind of same thing that hits them like that.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I dumped out a bunch of bottles, where you get them for this, you get them for that. And my uncle would swear that when we flushed stuff like that, that we were putting it in our drinking water. God bless him.
It is, of course, because that's a pill.
You are safe and not alone. And that's what I want the girls that are getting drugged the most to know. You are safe and you're not alone. You're
right.
You're not who you used to be. Fight to stay who you are today.
Are they live me? Oh well. Let them do what they got to do. It is, and that's, I can't even remember what B-Dub said today.
About who's going to judge him.
Oh, yeah. He said, there's only one man that's going to judge me one day, and I'm not him. And that's so true. That's so true. Why should we worry about what others are saying when we're being judged by somebody much bigger than us, much bigger than any of us?
Exactly. That's the best thing. And I needed that. I needed for him to say that. It was just perfect. It was absolutely perfect. He reminds me so much of Jim.
Exactly, Captain. You can't judge a book by its cover. And that's what I say all the time. Like the second in charge at the police department down where our shop is, he is now retired. Oh, and we talk about it openly all the time. And he was shocked when I first did, because he was like, well, good for you though, because they're not used to that. But it's like by then the shame had gone away. And it's like, if you're going to judge me for the way I am today. Don't judge me for what I did 17 years ago. So exactly, Cynthia. Exactly. Looking in the mirror. Didn't know who I was at the time. Did not know who I was. News is warning everyone to be careful of FedEx packages. Oh, because that bomb. I saw that this morning in the other school shooting too in Maryland, wasn't it? There was two, a boy and a girl that were injured, and then the shooter died. But that officer went in to protect them. Against recovering addicts, may she never experience the pain of having an addicted child or family member. May she be blessed in a way that most of us have not. Thank you, Punky B. Thank you. That is so true. 6 bombs now. That is so scary. That's true, Sassy Cat. That's true. That's true. I can't hear you.
I had myself muted.
Healing the healing abilities. I agree, Callie, and I also think what's sad is because a lot of us. Oh, Dane, you're so sweet. That a lot of us that have abused drugs have caused the ones that are in chronic pain to suffer, and I don't know the right answer for that. It's an epidemic. I mean, it's hundreds of thousands of addicts on this planet.
But see, I look at that so. Again, that's not black and white, because there are these pain clinics that just want you addicted. And I think that's the reason that a lot of this is going on too. This is something I know for a fact, because, you go in there and you sit for 8 hours. Though they won't take insurance, they'll only take cash. You know what I'm talking about? Am I muted? Am I still muted?
No, you're not. I think I was. I think it was mine.
Oh.
Go in there for 8 hours and what? That was the last I heard.
Oh, you sit in there and you wait for 8 hours to get your drugs, and you have to go back every month, and you have to pay them cash. And those are the ones they make it hard too. And,
that is so sweet. Thank you for that. B. Randy, I truly feel you were meant to be here in this exact moment. You have no idea what a God sent to many in here. Thank you for that. And that's the sad thing is, it's no reason to be.
Stewart. Oh, never mind. Chat.
You are so weird. You should have been a blonde. Bless your heart. Try to find a doc that you're accused of doctor shopping. That's exactly right. That is exactly right. And, that's when I first had my surgeries for my original bout with cancer. I was getting 100, and y'all are going to die over this, 100 Percocets a week. 100 a week. Yeah. Hey, Erica.
Hey, Erica.
and didn't think twice about calling and getting more. I mean, it was sad, but that was my life. I agree, Babodi. And how do they get away with that? See, that's the part I don't get away with. They won't take your insurance. You got to pay cash or a credit card. You can't write a check. So how do they get away with that?
Well, I'll tell you one thing. Around here, you have to go into another state right now to get from this one pain clinic. You have to go to a different state to get your medicine filled. Your medicine.
Right. And see, and my good friend Melissa that lives in Arkansas, at one time she was having to go up into Missouri which was only about an hour away from her, but she would have to go up into Missouri to a doctor up there to get her medicine. Yes, Erica, isn't that crazy? Now I'm talking, that was 19 years ago, 18, 19 years ago. So that's been a long, long time ago. And I had the ultimate diagnosis. I mean, think about it. I had the C word. They weren't going to let me suffer. So, you know, I got what I wanted. And that's, I should be ashamed to even admit that, but that's the truth of the matter.
Right.
It is about the money, Evelyn. You're exactly right.
It is. And, you know, I'm not saying that we don't have a responsibility in it for abusing it, but I really think in some cases, the doctors really do get you hooked to keep you coming back, to get you paying them all that money. It's about money.
And that's a lot of money. I mean, that's a lot. You think about how many people come in there every day. That's a lot of money. Hell, they could retire at no time.
Yeah.
See, Mama Bear, I've wondered that too, because see, back in my time, there was pain clinics, but it was only if your regular doctor ran out of ideas for you. You know what I'm saying? And you would have to go to the pain clinic. But now, from what I'm understanding, is if you need anything on a regular basis, you go to a pain clinic every single month.
Yep. Yeah. And they can call you in at any time for a pill count and all that stuff.
Florida to Missouri every month. Wow.
Gosh, it is. It's a mess. It's all a mess. And just know, let me say, if you get drugged tonight for your past, please just let it, you know.
Yeah.
Fighting back is not.
Kimberly, I think in your situation especially, I think marijuana would help. It definitely would.
Are those pain clinics regulated? I don't know.
I don't know either. I think a lot of them probably are. And now, because the laws are changing, I have a feeling that.
Oh, really? Natalie.
I do Kratom too, Punky. I don't know how it does for pain. Sometimes I mix red with sometimes I mix the red with the white. But I usually take the white because I usually take it when I'm tired. I try not to take it every day because people have said they got addicted to that too. And Lord knows I don't need anything else to be addicted to. But I know a lot of people that take Kratom for the pain. See, Sassy Cat, that a lot, you're probably the 5th or 6th person that has said that about migraines. And you know, like Make It by Mandy, started getting it for her. She was epileptic since she was a child and owned multiple medicines. And now she's off all of her medicines. I mean, to me, that's a damn miracle. Before, Captain, that's when my addiction started, is I had multiple surgeries for my original cancer, and then I got addicted to the pain pills. And then this time it was just oral cancer, and I didn't have any pain, none at all. But I also didn't have surgery to remove it. They just biopsied it, and then I did chemo. Does it help you everywhere? Oh Lord, no, Papa. You know, when we go to few areas and that air I feel legal. Yeah. We've got an outlet mall here, and I have never been to it. And it has been here for almost 5 years. I've never been to it. And I drive by it every day to go to the shop. Isn't that crazy? Because I know if I start going, that's all I need.
Crazy Sexy Cool just said you can still get pain meds online from Canada. And let me tell you something. I've done that, and they still call me.
Really? You ordered them online? See, I went to a girl that I was in treatment with, worked at she was a dental hygienist, and she was ordering them using her dentist DEA number. Well, when UPS came, she was there every day. That was back in the time we were in treatment together. So back in that time, the dentist could order them, and she was ordering them. I'm talking about the big old bottle full, like 500 at a time. And she was there every time. Well, one morning she had a wreck and they had to tow her car and she was late. Well, UPS was early that day. Somebody else opened the box. Well, she got caught. And it was a big, then they went back and found out every time, she had called them in and she got charged with every count. It was a big deal.
Somebody just said they sell fake pills. I'll tell y'all something that made me so happy one time. Mad and happy. When my first husband.
Hey, I'm just going to pot every right now.
Okay. He was buying Meprogan, I think was what he was trying to buy. And so whoever he was buying it from charged him an outlandish amount. And when he got them, he took a couple and didn't feel anything, and he got to researching, and what it was Doxadan. And they look just like a Meprogan. Do y'all remember Doxadan? It was a laxative. Doxadan, gentle Doxadan, gives Mother Nature a helping hand. But I was so glad that he didn't get drugs, but the money was gone and he was enraged. But it was a laxative. But now the fake pills are the killing people. They're not going to switch it with Doxadan now. They're doing the fentanyl. Oh, Tanya. Instead, he got the shits. Exactly. Listen to that pig. Jimmy Dean. Let's see if we can get him to yell. Jimmy Dean. Jimmy Dean. Jimmy Dean. I got a call the other day, Captain Nathan, from them. Your cat is snoring so loud. That my husband is. Diane, are you still here? You remember that Mama Bear? You Jimmy Dean. Oh, he follows her everywhere. Oh, that sounds good, popcorn. I hate to say that. Obi, how are you doing? I haven't seen you much lately. But I've been reading a lot, so I haven't been on a whole lot. Pause. I can hear. Why's that strange?
In her bed snuggling, almost giving us a coochie shot. No coochie shot.
Sinus infection. Golly, them sucks. Remember X-Lax? Yes, I loved X-Lax. I loved the taste of it. Did you hear me getting him to yell?
Who?
Jimmy Dean.
Could you hear him?
Yeah.
Jimmy Dean was screaming in here. Come here.
He was looking for you. No tornado. Well, actually, we did have a tornado that touched down in my town, but nowhere near us.
Here, Jimmy Dean, him rotten as the day is long. Saying, I love my mama. I love her. I love her. Isn't he so cute? I'm obsessed with him. And I know he's gonna get big and fat and won't be as cute, but he'll be this cute to me forever.
Yes.
He loves being rubbed like up under his throat, up under his mouth and throat. He loves it. Loves it. He's rotten. He does. But Bodie, for the first week, I slept on the couch and he slept in here with me. Well, now he can go about 6 hours without eating. So I go to bed and once I feed him at 10 o'clock, that's his last feeding, or actually about 7 hours because I usually wake up about 5. He will bury up under the covers. So when he's asleep there, then I go on to bed. Sometimes he'll, I'm sure he wakes up and stirs around, but I don't hear him. And he just goes back up under his blanket and it's fine. And then usually I'm up early and then I feed him as soon as I get up. So he ain't missing no meal. Huh? What?
I think I have somebody blocked that I shouldn't have. Let me go look.
Marla, I'm obsessed with him. And I'm telling you, the trick was getting a younger pig, because then, like, even B-Dub picked him up today and he would not calm down until I took him from B-Dub. And then he was calm as can be. But I want him to be able to do that with I want anybody to be able to, pick him up. I want him to be super friendly, but he'll let anybody pet him. He just won't let anybody pick him up but me. It's funny. Foreign ATX, tripwire, FedEx bomb. What is going on? My friend's pig does anything for marshmallows. He sits, he turns around. Sassy Cat, I'm going to teach him. They said that when they get a baby, because he's about 2.5 months now. When he gets about 3 months old, they said that they will be able to, like, sit and all that stuff. Well, it was either Saturday or Sunday. I was feeding him Cheerios. He'll eat Cheerios and he'll almost sit for a Cheerio already. But he's gonna be a smart one. I'm gonna make sure he's smart. What? Can y'all hear him? What? He comes and jumps on my leg so that I'll pick him up. It's pitiful. I think Rebecca was in here earlier, Obi. I think she came in for a minute earlier. See, Marie, that's the thing. How do you know? I would know. I don't know that I would know. Yeah, I saw Sammy the pig. I didn't know he was 12. They live to be about 20. Mama Bear, Obi's asking you where Rebecca is. Oh, she's probably sleeping. Kimberly, and that is sad. I don't think that's fair at all. See, I don't have chronic pain. They do like him, Marla. Today, I was on the phone with Randy and Poncho the Chihuahua and Jimmy Dean were running around in circles in the in the office. Fat and full. I'm fixing to be fat and full. I'm already fat, but I'm fixing to be full because I'm fixing to dig into that that red beans and rice is calling my fat ass name.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
The mother is only 22 pounds. The dad is 28 pounds. They're both below 30 pounds, and they're true Juliennes. I got them out of a breeder out of Missouri. I told y'all about the story. I tried to get there she is, Obi.
No, you didn't tell them. You told me.
Oh, I tried to get one from a pig farm a sanctuary where they take them in to be rehomed out of Lebanon, Tennessee. And they saw the picture of Karma, my Great Dane, and denied me. Now, isn't that shitty? You don't know how sweet she is. And I even offered to take her with me. That's a 4-hour drive one way from here. I offered to take Karma with me so that they can meet her and see how sweet she is around any animal, anybody. And they turned me down. I said, that's why you have over 100 pigs that you're trying to rehome right there. So me and my oldest one actually found the breeder, and they were out of Missouri. And so we got these. They were different. They both had different parents. So if we wanted to breed them, we could. But Jimmy Dane's already fixed. He can't make babies. He already fixed.
Is Katie back? There she is, Randall. I'm sending you and be a box. Katie, as much as I love you, I will believe it when I say it. I've been hearing this since December.
Oh, Katie, isn't your birthday coming up? I found some penis ice cube maker. They're shaped like a penis. I'm going to send it to you. And penis cookie cutters.
Don't open them until you both get it. Uh-oh.
Oh, Lord, I'm scared. She's probably got a bomb in there for us, y'all.
Guess whose birthday's Thursday?
Sassy Cat, that's what they said. Is your birthday Thursday? Is it?
Yep.
See, I didn't even know. You're such a bitch. I swear to God, you're a bitch. You have not told me when your birthday was. I tell everybody when mine is. Hey, on July 31st, write it down.
But I don't want no penis ice maker. That's why I don't tell you. That's why I don't tell you.
Lacey's is April 30th.
I saw that, Paula. 29 again. And I am 35. I'll be 35.
Y'all, I'm going to own my age because guess what? I will be 50 this year, y'all. Big 5. We're going to have an online party on my birthday because it is actually, I hope to because I think it's a Monday night. The family usually goes out to dinner for birthdays. So we'll have to say, Randall, I'm sending you a birthday.
Now it's going to be a birthday box. Okay.
But you'll have to wait for her to send me mine in July. We'll open them in September.
Okay. Oh, thank you, Popcorn.
Anyone Googles bombs down here will probably get a visit. You got that right, Marie. Isn't that scary?
I'm telling you, if I'm still on YouTube at 50, well, I doubt, I don't know. We're going to have a big party. And I think we should have a big party for B when she turns 50.
That's right, because I am blessed. You worked hard to get to 50. I absolutely did, Popcorn. Because, the first round of cancer, I was not supposed to live through it. And that's the way that it is. So every day I should, and I don't, I should treat every day as a blessing. I should treat every day as a blessing. And I try to get that mindset every morning, but I don't always. I try to do better.
No, you don't, B, but sometimes you do. I was going to say, I was fixing to lie, but, a lot of times.
I have more good days than bad, but I am very, and I was never this hormonal until after this chemo. And I'm thinking that I need to be on hormones now because I have PMS and I can't have periods. You know what I mean? I have PMS every single month.
Same.
Every single month. I have like 3 days there that you better not call me if you don't want to get cussed out. Me and Randy divorce every single month during that time. I cuss her out, tell her she's a piece of shit. And anybody else that calls me during that time, Randy won't take the hint and just not call me during that time. She wants to take the beating. So it's her fault.
Why do I do that? And then I say, I'm not calling her back. And then I do. And look, I have to tell y'all this. Her voice changes. It is so.
It's scary.
It is. I wish y'all knew what I go through. She'll say hello.
It's only 3 days a month, though. You can handle it the other 28 days. It's good 28 days.
It hurts me.
Put a 1 in the chat if you think Randy needs to get a clue. I'm just kidding.
And that's what she's thinking right now. That is those 3 days a month. She's thinking, why don't Randy get a clue, get an idea? I hate her guts. That's what
I hate everybody. I hate my husband. B is for bitch, and that is exactly where it comes from. It's crazy.
When y'all see B change her Twitter name or her channel name, y'all know that's when Randy is in the shit hole.
Or I quit YouTube once a month too at that time. That's when I quit YouTube. Look at the ones.
And assholes. Here's the thing. I won't know when it's coming. So I'll text her and be like, I just got the sweetest message. Somebody just said that we made them feel good. And she says, no, don't include me. I'm quitting YouTube. YouTube sucks.
I do. Every single month I do that.
And I'm like, what the hell? We were just on the phone laughing last night.
Oh, it's sad. It's crazy. Be careful. I had a massive. See, Paul Porn, there's a place here. It's actually in Bartlett, Tennessee, about 30, 45 minutes from here. And I went there and all my blood work was good. I went back in November, right after Thanksgiving, I went. And because I had been having the symptoms for several months. And it's a clinic, or not a clinic, it's like a lab that's run by a nurse practitioner, and she draws your blood more than they draw at like your OBGYN or your regular doctor. They check for everything. And then the things that are low, she compounds a cream for you to put on. Well, the lady across the street from me that's how I found out about it. She swears by it. And because she had started having seizures when she went through menopause. And so I went in November thinking, surely to God, and it took about 3 weeks for all my blood work to come back. So I go back in for my consultation and everything was fine. So she couldn't, prescribe me anything. And it's mostly herbs and vitamins and things like that. There are some prescription hormones that are compounded in it, but a smaller amount. But my blood work was fine. So it's like, what do you do?
They won't give me mine because I still haven't had a pap smear, and there's no reason. But I know that I need them. I know I will cry for no reason, or just something that won't usually bother me will bother me, and I need them. They took me off of them and won't let me have them back. It's awful.
B-Dub's birthday is April the 8th. He'll be 49. See, I'm 9 months older than my husband. He'll be 49 April the 8th.
Well, you ready to get off here and eat? I'm starving, and Katie's going to go live. Everybody, Katie's going live.
Katie's going live?
Yeah.
Whoop, whoop. Good deal. All right, well, I'm going to be eating while you're live streaming, Sister Sledge.
Me too. I'm starving.
Y'all, I enjoyed this. Y'all are so great. We have the best chats ever.
We do. And next time it will be on B's channel. We're going to figure it out.
Come hell or high water.
I had a hysterectomy. That's why I have to have hormones. So I don't have to have those. I don't think. I don't have a uterus or a cervix. So
yeah, I don't. Get some evening primrose. Somebody else told me about primrose oil gel too. Huh. I may do that.
Thank you,
Well,
Obi.
I'll try anything
We
once.
try.
That's right, 8 time. Y'all have a good night. We enjoyed it. If anybody has any questions or, wants to just talk to us in private, we've got Twitter, and y'all are more than welcome to look us up on that.
And if I'm slow getting back to you, please just know that
y'all are great.
Oh, everybody subscribe to Mama Bear. She needs 1,000 subs. She's so close, so close, so close.
Is she really?
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah, ovaries produce hormones. I don't have any of them either. They took it
I
off.
love y'all too. I love y'all so much. Y'all are the ones that make the chat. We can come up with the subject, but y'all are the ones that make the chat. Y'all really do. Y'all just don't realize that. Does Jimmy Dean have a channel? He needs his own channel, doesn't he? He's going to have his own Twitter one of these days. He's going to be famous, y'all.
You're so embarrassing.
You just wish you had a Jimmy Dean summer sausage too.
I do.
We're going to get you a Jenna Dean with Jenna and Jimmy.
I'd say we breed them, but you don't know that little thing's already been fixed.
Yeah, he got fixed at a week old. Can y'all believe that? He won't have Nary.
Too.
He does not have Instagram. I've got an Instagram that my daughter made for me probably 10, 12 years ago. I don't know. I could not tell you how to log in. I don't think there's any more pictures than the one that she originally put on there. Don't know nothing about it. Don't even have it on my phone. Maple Kisses, Jimmy Dean. That's right, Sassy Cat. All right, y'all. We're going to get out of here and eat, and Katie's going to go live, so watch for her notification. Take care, and I will see y'all next time. Love y'all.
Thank y'all. Love you all.